Right, hello. I keep meaning to do this one. If you've been keeping track of the news lately, what you'll know is that there's this ongoing story about Donald Trump tariffing Canada, and then the idea of maybe a state or two in Canada, or a province, I guess they call them up there, like Alberta or so forth or so on, joining um, the United States of America. Um, and obviously, Donald Trump himself has mentioned about Canada being, the 51st state, or becoming the 51st state. So there's this ongoing story about um, Canada and the United States, and it's heavy in the news right now. Now, during Donald Trump talking about Canada and the United States, he references several times, I've heard him say this. He said, somebody just drew a line on the map, just this artificial line that divides us, the two countries. And he just makes mention of that several times in his little press briefings that he's been doing. Okay. This is just, somebody commenting on the whole thing, Depressed Ginger talking about Alberta joining the United States here, okay, and this guy's talked about this quite a bit. So there's this ongoing story. So what's so important about this ongoing story is that dividing line, the artificial boundary, which is again like talking about the Hoover Dam, this artificial boundary that's been created that stops the flow of something between something. Yeah, the Hoover Dam stops the flow of the Colorado River. The border there with Canada stops the flow of goods, or at least it doesn't really stop the flow of goods, but we have that reference with the idea of tariffing right now and goods not being able to flow equally between the two countries, okay? Because as Donald says, Canada is tariffing the hell out of US goods while the US is not really tariffing Canada, so to speak. Anyway, so it's all interesting stuff, but if we get down to the nitty gritty of what is really interesting about the whole thing is where that dividing line lies. And that dividing line lies on the 49th parallel for a large proportion of the border between Canada and the United States here. Okay, so the 49th parallel. Okay, so this is part of the, I don't know what to say. It's part of the encoding right now. Okay, with that huge story about the Canada and United States trade problems. Okay, the trade war. And it's all over this thing, the 49th parallel, the artificial line that somebody just drew on the map, as Donald Trump would say. Okay, so that was super important to bring up due to the 4-9 references with the Hoover Dam, okay? And of course, from this now, you can go to certain films like the 49th parallel, and you can have a look at stuff to do with this. I'm not going to do this in this film, but there are several films that reference the 49th parallel. Here's the 49th Man, okay, about smuggling a bomb into the United States, an atomic bomb, okay. So yeah, I mean, just interesting stuff. There's a ton of little connections in these films, most probably more than if I would go and watch the film, I guess we'd probably find some more stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to mention this, the 49th parallel. Yeah, the invisible line that divides basically, what Donald Trump says should be just one country. Oh dear. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.